difference what you're going through. You're gonna make it. God's gonna see you through. Hold your head up. Put a smile on your face. This is another test. It won't last always. So get ready. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. I know you've been hurting down inside. Let me encourage you, it's gonna be alright. Troubles and trials come to make you strong. Keep on believing, you keep holding on. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Get ready for your blessing.
Good morning, Sir Markadoo here. It's Sir Media Group, where we put your business in the streets. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things should be added unto you. Well, folks, yesterday was off the Richter scale. Today we're talking about how to take over territory. But to recap yesterday, talking about inheritance, that's something that is got to be essential, but there's got to be a way to pass that inheritance over and down and through your family. It's very essential to know certain things, and a lot of it is going to be you having the know-how, how to take over territory, because it's not going to happen. The legacy that you're looking for, that you're hoping for, that you're dreaming for, it's all guesswork. You got to know how to take over territories. Plain and simple. This is one of these broadcasts that you're going to want to listen to every now and then, and definitely get some of those people following me, sharing, commenting, and get this whip cracking. You hear me? Because what's going to happen once you understand the takeover, game over. Okay? Now, let's get in there. If you're going to get after a territory, right, one of the first things you got to understand is first you have to start in your own community. If you don't make it start to happen, it's called an inside out. You got to start from the core. You have to start from the core. Where do you live? The people around you. You got to practice how to take over your initial territory. Let me tell you something. You're indigenous to your people. I know it's difficult, but you gotta crack that nut. You gotta crack the code. You gotta practice. You want to dominate your community and your neighborhoods. That's first. Absolutely understand. If you never played sports, if you never done anything where you had to do teamwork and all this and that, and then you had to be overly aggressive, you had to fight for a position and nothing like that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your job, your job is to go into your community and stop flipping. Feel me? You want to turn that community inside out. And then once you created a buzz, right? Once you create that buzz, then you start working your way out. You got the confidence, but most of all, you have the money. You got the money now. So you got the money to move, you got the money to groove. And that's the big ticket right there. Just know how to start from the inside, work your way out, and now you start dominating the rest of the market. The first people you want to deal with on the real is people like you and I. You want to make sure you handle that market. Let me tell you why. If you go into the stores right away, it's cool. I mean, it's nice to get stores. I mean, some people, that could be their main focus. But if you don't teach people, go to little festivals, the churches, and create a buzz in the community about your product and your service, it's very difficult to sell down to a store, because what happens is the store owner has the product, right? And they see, and it's sitting on the shelf. The locals don't even know. They have no clue what it is. They got to take a chance that this product is good, safe, or other. So I've done it, folks. I dominated the area. You ask anybody that know me, I started on the street. I started with $96. I put that product onto the street, and I dominate the street level. It's just like any other little business, right? You know some businesses that work on the street level first, right? So that's the deal. This is how simplistic it has to be. You make sure you flood that market, flood that market, flood that market, flood that market with that product. And then all of a sudden, because I've done it, I flooded this market. When I first started, I was selling t-shirts. Then I got into the oils. Then I just feeding them that stuff, feeding that product, feeding that product. Then all of a sudden I went to my first store, and I said, would you consider carrying it? Now my first store was a Korean brother, right? So, thank God, thank you, Peter. Okay? It was a beauty supply store. And he told me no the first time. He told me no again. So I stayed after him again until he said, okay, let's try. But what was the selling point is that this market is already flooded. So what I'm going to do is, what I'm selling now, I'm going to tell people, if you need it and I'm not around, you go right to that beauty supply store right there. They got it in there. Okay. So all of a sudden, his sales were going up. Matter of fact, I was selling. I left the territory. I went down the block. I went down the I-20 and Candler Road. That was my next stop. I was over there right there at an old gas station. And I hung out over there with them t-shirts and the oils and those socks. And I dominated them. Okay? But the deal is that the beauty supply store now had all that little, because they couldn't find me, so all the people I done told, they were, and it worked. And then I said, hey, Peter, do you have anybody else that may want? And I knew he did, because now his business is popping with this stuff, right? You know anybody else? Yo, yeah, my brother, he owns one over here on Covington Highway. So I went on over there, just like that, because they were talking to each other. Because I already told him, put a word, I said, tell your brother I'm coming by there to visit him, okay? Then it went on and on from there. You know anybody else? I mean, I basically dominate most of the beauty supply stores all around. They used to go to the beauty salons as well. And then it got to a point where I said to him, look, no, this is what happened. The brother moved into a warehouse situation. So now he's selling to all the most of the beauty supply stores, right? So one day I finally said, you know, I'm not running around all the time no more. I said, Don, I sell to all these beauty supply stores. Why don't, when I go deliver, I'll tell them that I can't deliver like this anymore, that you can go out to A1 Trading and do some business with them. And you know, he loved that idea. I said, I'm going to give you a better price. I'm going to give the same price I sell it to them for. I'm going to give you a better price so you can sell it for the same price I sell it to them for. Bang. That's called taking over a territory. Let me tell you a little bit more about indigenous and territory, okay? When I was talking to one of my brothers over in Jamaica yesterday, he called me. I don't know him. I'm calling my brother. I call him Mr. Robin. That's Mr. Robin. So Rob calls me, and we talking. And then finally I said to him on this night, I said, do you know who my number one customer is and business associate? He said, no. I said, the Koreans. He said, really? I said, the Koreans have a big presence over there in Jamaica. He said, yeah. I said, so does the Indian and the Pakistanis. He said, yeah. I said, how would you like to be with? He said, they got a great wholesale over here. I said, yeah, but I said, but how would you like to be selling to them? He said, I love that. See, what happens is when foreigners go into a country, they invade it, right? They invade the territory. And their goal is to do what? To take over the people, right? Everybody knows when you have war or when you have a financial war battle going on, economic battle. So they go in and they try to seize the people, right? In their minds, right? Then they start pumping their products in there and extracting the resources out of there, right? So what happens is that the indigenous people eventually don't even know how to do business with their own kind. They'll go shop with the invaders and do less business with the indigenous. And I know what I'm talking about. But this is the deal. When you have the next generation, so you got the next generation coming up of the invaders, right? So they're a little less aggressive than the initial invaders. And they almost, at some point, it's like, they feel like what's the word I'm looking for? They feel like they want to help. They want to help the indigenous people. They feel like almost feeling sorry for them, right? And they have a lot more compassion for what's happening because they now are joining in with the people in there, so they become indigenous. So now it's easier to do business with the second generation. Let me tell you what. When I dealt with Don, right? Now I don't deal with Don. I deal with his son. His son does all the ordering. So when he needs 5,000 pieces or whatever, he calls us. But now I got the son sending the emails to my son. So now the two sons are doing business together. I was speaking to a brother last night, and he's from Africa. So I began to tell him that he can make more money with dealing with the foreigners in his town, right? And I asked him why. I said, why would they do business with you quicker than they do business with me? He said, maybe because I got the store and all that. I said, no, because you're a foreigner. You're like almost on their side. So they're going, he said, yeah, you're right. I said, I know I'm right. I said, you go in there and saying that you got wholesale and that you're going to be able to sell to all these people here and get money out of these people. This will help your product. The sales go up. He said, yeah. He said, you're right. I said, I know I'm right. But the deal is, if you are so indigenous and you're not a person like to venture out and your mind gets set like concrete, it's very difficult to stop being a retailer. If you done made so much money but you're still kind of you're comfortable, that's a word that it will stymie you. You're so comfortable, you gotta get out of that comfortable mindset. He's so comfortable that he doesn't even realize how powerful he really is. I've gotten to the point where I feel I'm a world renowned, right? I deal with all types of people. They have taken me on as like a brother. When you begin to tap into the foreigners market, and in your city, if you can help them make money, they will do business with you. You're going to catch one of the second, third generation people, and they're going to be open to you. The fathers may be sitting in the back, chilling like a villain. And the son's doing most of the talking, but the father's sitting there, or the mother. And all of a sudden, they look at each other, and the second or third generation nods their head, and then we and you can make such an impact. Most of that impact, and I told my young African brother down there that I'm going to go see this weekend. I told my brother, he's 66 by the way, but I call him young man. I'm going to go see him. And when I do, I'm going to at least let him know. And I did. I told him last night. I said, it's the young generation that's going to pump it up. If you don't, I told him, if you don't, I got asked him, I said, oh, I said, you have two daughters. Because he was talking about the one daughter that was going to do medical school or whatever. And I said, but what happened to the other daughter? You had two, didn't you? He said, yeah, she works for me. I said, that's it right there. I said, how old is she? He said, 30. That's the market. If she's trained right, you can't lose. Recruiting is the name of the game. once you begin to train your sales reps, people that are your business associates that coming into your world, and you teach them the art of recruiting, your numbers are going to spiral up. I'm telling you folks, I don't care when you see this video, make sure that you do videos. Begin to introduce yourself to the world. You gotta do it. If you ain't gotta do it, you have to do it. It's a must. Most of your work is going to be already done because people are going to see it. You can start emailing your videos to business associates, friends, and family, and this is what I do. I do it, and I used to do it. I did it back in the day. I still do it now, and I'll send out a little note saying, "Please send this and share this with people in your circle that need this information." And after a while, it goes viral. It goes viral. And the work that you put in becomes easier and easier. Your territory begins to expand on its own. I said it in another broadcast. It's called momentum. Once you catch that momentum in that territory, then I think about territory for God's glory. I think the glory for my territory. It will grow. You will grow. The essence of everybody ever dominating a territory will tell you you have to flood the street. You have to get the common man or woman to want and begin to get them to the point where they need you. So wants begin to turn into needs. Needs would begin to turn into desires. And once you got that, you're home free. Territories are very easy to establish. It's a little hard work at the beginning. But when you come in contact with people, your recruiting machine, hat doesn't come, that playing around, hat goes this way, that serious soldier hat come around, and you go to work, you go to war on them. You say, I need distributors. Everywhere you go. One of the easiest entry questions is you gotta begin to talk about people, do they have children? That's one of the easiest ways in. So, do you have any children? I said, yes, I do. I said, how many you have? Well, I have 3. Boys, girls? Well, I have 2 boys and 1 girl. I said, oh, that's nice. Do you have, do any of them play sports, or what do they like to do? Well, my oldest boy, he's a doctor, and my middle child loves basketball, and the youngest loves tennis. Oh, that is incredible. Do they ever go play for competition to win trophies and medals? Oh yes, they're really good. How good are they? You ever go to watch them play? Oh yes, I love to go watch them play. And does any of your children, do they need any extra cash? They say, yeah, my middle child's always complaining about, and he's the go-getter. He's the one that loves to sell everything. Really? So do you know anybody else that needs some extra cash? Well, me. So would you like to know a little bit more about what I do? Sure. What is it that you do? Well, I'm in the fragrance industry. Fragrance industry. I deal with lotions and potions, body oils, burning oils. I make your whole world smell good. Oh, what's your favorite fragrance, ma'am? Oh, I just love White Diamond. Well, let me bring you back a sample. Excuse me. Call you on the air.
Brother Matt?
Hey, what's going on, big timer?
Man, everything is everything.
You said that twice. You 3 times you said everything is everything.
Good Lord.
I know it like a poet. What's going on, Brother Keith?
Man, everything beautiful, bro. I just wanted to call in, and give a little commentary towards what you're speaking about that foreigner.
Yes.
And that market invasion thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what I want to say, because you know, me and you, we talk just about every day.
Mm-hmm.
But what we as Americans need to understand is that we are foreigners also. Because see, when I travel, I travel between about 4 or 5 cities every day. And because like yesterday, right, in one of my cities that I traveled through going to one of my destination cities, like I picked up an account yesterday at a store.
Yes.
So I recruited, in my efforts to recruit in your store, I recruited a worker inside the store to basically become a distributor for me.
In that territory.
Yeah. But I think about over the years, right, when like I would travel to these different towns, right, the people would always be happy to do business with me because I was from somewhere else.
I tell you,
And I can remember the people, now, these other, American black people, and I always hear them say, like, yeah, man, you come on down here with that product, say, they're going to buy all this here from you. Because, see, you from the city, so, so they're not going to buy from each other, but they'll buy from you.
See?
Guess what? I never had no problem with people buying stuff from me. They was excited.
See?
I was coming from somewhere else with it.
Hey, but how is it with your indigenous people, though? I mean, is it easier?
You know what?
Or more difficult?
You know what? I'm just now starting to deal with foreign. So I got a couple of stores right now, right, with some Arab brothers, right? Now, I was able to get into their stores because I was able to formulate a relationship with them that wasn't even business first.
Right.
See? Because I met them through another business associate. So, and this one Arab brother, we just clicked. So I would just stop by his store from time to time over the years,
Yes.
I go behind the counter, I'll be back there. And I know a lot of people thought I was a police officer.
Yes.
So the other Arabs, they got used to seeing me come in there, So when I came out with my smoke ninja and I brought it to his store, I mean, the other ones who got used to me being there, they automatically said, yeah, let me try some too. You see? So, but just to deal with, I don't know if it's going to be difficult because I'm just starting out. I know one thing. I tried to recruit this Asian cleaner yesterday, but this lady gave me 1,000 excuses why she couldn't put it in the cleaner. She said because they steal so much, but I'm going to be back.
Absolutely, because people that tell me that, I said, there's people in this community. I know I'm going to send them in here. All you got to do is put the product. You can put the product in back of you on a shelf right there. You don't even got to put it out front at the POS, at the point of sale. at the cash register. Keep it back here. People will know. I'll put a little sign on your glass said Ninja sold here.
Right. Right.
You see? Now, I want to get a little deeper with you. Have you locally, where you live at, where you work at, have you been really pushing in your district right there? Or have you promoted more on the outskirts of your town?
No, you know what? I started in New Orleans first because I picked up like 3 stores right away. Like so as I got into production, so I started locally first.
That's
I'm from right here in New Orleans.
Now, doesn't that match up to what I was saying? I said you attack your local market first.
Right.
Because see, when you come back home, you're gonna have money waiting for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's very important.
Like when I first did it and I brought it over to some area partners, man, it seemed like they was just so happy for me.
Yes.
You know, because I talked about it for a while because I told them what I was going to do.
Yes.
And then when I came with it, I was like, man, about time. Come on, man. Let me get some of that stuff.
But you know why? You know, this is the point that I was saying earlier in the show. You became one of them.
Yeah, basically.
That's what happened. They got so used to you that now you became one of them. They don't see you as an indigenous threat.
Mm-hmm.
They see you as part of the greater plan is to get more money.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound right? Does that sound right, Keith? I think we lost Keith there for a second. But just letting you know that I hope that you really share this information, brothers and sisters. You got other brothers and sisters around the globe, around the nation, that need this type of information. If you're not going to share it with them, share it with them. If I'm no threat to them and I can help them, let them know about me. Share the video with them. I'm going to post this video up on YouTube as soon as we're finished. So it's there for the viewing. If they can't get on, of course I want them to get on live stream so they can follow and share and comment. But I still want to give them an opportunity where they can just go pick it up anywhere on YouTube. Because the archives dump after a while. They just, I don't have the plan where, I can keep archives forever. So it doesn't matter to me because I take them and I put them right on to YouTube. Because I'd rather them go to YouTube anyway in the end, right? Because it's easier for most people to do that. They just go to Serve Media Group and get whatever they need. But I hope this helped you today, brothers and sisters. I really, really do. And believe me, this is not me talking against anybody ethnic, really. It's all about the real business aspects of territory and invasion and stuff like that. It doesn't matter. I'm a foreigner. I go into a foreign city, and my job is to attack it and dominate it. That's what I'm talking about, foreign, you see? So I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, I will not be broadcasting Monday. All right, just listen out for the email. But today's my birthday. I'm going to enjoy the rest of it. And I hope you enjoy your day as well. I'll say God bless you and your family. I hope you have an awesome, awesome day. God bless you and your family, folks. Have a great day. Peace and love.
God's got a blessing. If you really believe it, God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing. Come on. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing.